Kobe, you know what my biggest fear is?
What's that, Barry?
Is if they like my soft parts. You'll get the context soon.
I like my soft parts.
What's going on, guys? My name is Barry.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. Welcome one, welcome all to a brand new month of the Who Watches This podcast. What are we doing today, Kobe?
New month, new theme. We got supernatural westerns. It's like supernatural movies, so I like those. And then it's like westerns, so it's like the time period. It's like the people can be smart because there's no technology.
Kobe's coupled up one of my favorite genres with my least favorite genre. I'm not a big Western guy.
I am typically not a big Western guy either, but if you throw like
Shark in there.
supernatural in there,
It makes it palatable.
yeah, yes. Like I said, like I always get so tired of like people in current movies and they're just dumb, and you're like, just call the police. You have a cell phone in your pocket. Take a picture. You know, whatever it is. You just like this person's so. But like if you just drop back 100 years, they didn't have any of that. So they can be as smart as they can be, and they still don't have any advantage. I think that's like why I really liked the Prey. That was like such a good Predator movie because
Unlike the Predators or whatever that movie is with Keenan Michael Keel, whatever whatever his name is.
Yeah,
like that one was a huge letdown. And then Prey, bring it back. Let's bring it back, and it's so good.
Right,
so much tension because there isn't the presence of like all this advanced technology.
Right. Yeah.
So. I just remember growing up with Westerns, and like I grew up with my uncle, and he's always watching a Western or like something about a war. It was always AMC at the house.
That was,
Your dad too?
Father-in-law. Nothing but Westerns. Like he had some special channel that was like 24-hour a day bonanza.
And then if you try to speak ill of John Wayne and how he was a major racist, he was like, not in this house.
Right.
He's not a racist.
Right. Oh. Yeah. 100%.
But let's go to our first little section where I do a little ditty for you guys. Maybe you guys can guess the movie before the ditty's done. And this one was kind of hard for me to write, so it's probably not that good. They dig, and they don't think it ain't that big of a deal. But these pioneers are in for something rude because it's not a normal Native American dude. I hope that's okay to say. So what's these guys got to do as they travel the Americas to find the clue of what happened to the Stews Wirtz? We're going to be talking about 2008's The Burrowers, now playing on Tubi. I feel like, okay, so like obviously what we always try to do is try to give you a cool, somewhat quick of a rundown of what the movie is. But this one is sort of very Lord of the Rings-esque.
Yeah, in the fact that there's a lot of traveling.
Yeah. It's a lot of walking, horsing.
It's not really a slow burn, but it's kind of like it, and it's not like it's never boring, but there's just not a lot to talk about.
Yeah, okay, so we'll just get into it. So the main premise of this movie is it starts off with a prairie family having dinner. Everyone's getting ready for I feel like it's already past dinner just because, back in the days, like, dinner was at 4 o'clock or something. A little early bird special,
Right.
Because there's no lights, so the darkness. But everyone seems like to be getting ready for bed, or maybe they just got done with dinner and all that stuff. And it's a small little prairie family, very little house on the prairie.
Right.
And you think, oh, it's like, oh, what's going on, And then all of a sudden, the kids are startled by gunshots.
Right.
They're hiding underneath the basement, or like they're hiding underneath the floorboards. Very Inglorious Bastards opening scene, like.
Right.
Unfortunately, we do get spared the violence that happens in that cabin.
Right.
Right. Because we're suckers for practical horror effects.
100%.
But it cuts to the next morning where we get introduced to a man having a picnic with his.
Well,
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
There's some flashbacks because there's the Irish immigrant.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Because he wanted to marry the daughter.
Yeah.
That in the house that just got attacked.
Yeah.
And so you get some flashbacks, and then it kind of flashes between the guy having lunch with the girl and her son.
Yeah.
Because he wants to court her, and then the
that's true
Irish immigrants going to the girl's house, and it just like the house is ransacked. There's blood all over the floor.
Devastation.
Devastation.
Yeah, like they look at like how the bodies look like, and it's like he's only got 2 shots. Bastard didn't save one for his mother.
Right.
And they're just like as they're investigating, they're talking about how it's like, well, it must have been those Indians.
Right. It was a family, and everybody else is gone, so the Indians must have taken them, and so we got to round up a posse. And
First of all, this movie is not. It was very historically accurate in its language of Native American people, because they're like, obviously the way that they look at them, they're like, oh, they're savages. What these Europeans have always said about any other non-European.
Right.
Like I remember, someone has showed me clippings of the early 1900s of what Americans were saying about Filipinos, and it's like they're all like in tribes and like ooga boogieing, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
So hey, at least they haven't changed.
But what's it called? Well, like an officer or whatever, like a military person, he goes to interrupt Parchers is his name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, before he gets there, he tells his wife, he's like, well, we won the war and we pushed back those natives. America's now white. Basically what he's saying. He's nationalist. And, he's like, the wife is like, hey, he's already gone through one war. Bring him home safe. And so he meets up with a military militia or a militia.
Yeah.
Situation, and we get the guy who looks like the dude from Wild Wild West, the movie with Will Smith.
Right. Yes.
The bad guy. Yep. And he's like, if you thought the first guy was racist, this guy's like a super racist. He has himself a Native American, but he's like, that's my Indian.
Yes. Yeah. Don't talk to my Indian. Yeah. Don't feed my Indian.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal,
and it's pretty much like his group is the group that is defending the
settlements,
the settlements from the the border, like this imaginary border that we just were like, hey, we're going to take land up to here, so just make sure the Native Americans don't come and hurt us.
Yeah, we're gonna take up all this good land. That's what he was saying.
Pretty much, yeah.
These are my lands. This is America's lands. Yeah, it's super crazy. And like, I mean, like, say what you will about this movie, but it's like pretty horrific. What probably is a historically accurate depiction of what these people were doing to Indians.
Right.
Because as they're progressing through the story, because they're trying to look for these family members, they run in. They see a Native American in the distance.
Right.
And they shoot his horse, which I was like, that's a waste of a horse. Like, why would you do that? You know, like, I mean, and then second of all, good shot, because
right.
I remember learning about like the American Revolution and like all these like old school guns and how they would knuckleball it. Like Ichiro, how you used to have that knuckleball.
Yeah,
it would like swerve. So good shot.
Right. So it's a little newer than that, because it's not black powder.
Yeah.
Like, they're not like single shot black powder rifles. It's lever action.
Yeah. Like it's pretty. It's more advanced.
Yeah, it's 6 shooters with cartridges and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a little.
Yeah, and then they capture this Native American and they just beat the shit out of him because they're looking for information.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But the worst part. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, what, like, on the way to find before they find that, you kind of get introduced to a few of the characters. So you have the military, who is obviously they're in charge. They're the top rung. Under him is like the retired military guy.
Oh yeah, classic dude. Oh god, what is his name? He's a big.
Yeah, he was the most Clancy
Brown. I kind of want, if I ever have a kid, I kind of want to name him Clancy. He's gonna, because he's gonna have to learn how to fight. Oh, he's Mr. Krabs.
He is Mr. Krabs.
That's why I was like, I know that face. He's probably getting way more money from that than anything he's ever done.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
That is 23 years of product money.
But oh yeah, so then you have like the two like military guys, and then the two like ex-military guys.
Yeah.
And then you have the below them is like the Irish immigrant guy.
Oh, Coffee,
who they're like, we don't really care about you,
yeah,
but we care about you more than Walnut, who used to be a slave, but he's free now.
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead. But we're still gonna call him like Walnut, even though that's not his name.
His name's Callahan. And like the Irish guy and him have a really good exchange, because they're like, "Is that really your name, Walnut?" He's like, "No, it's Callahan." He's like, "Are you Irish?" "What's your name? Coffee? Are you black?"
That was cute. It was.
Yeah, it was like, there is like weirdly a good amount of levity in this movie because of like just the dialogue. The dialogue is really smart.
Yeah.
It's refreshing that it's not pandering to anything. You know, it's good, right?
Yeah, and then under Coffee, the black guy, there's the Indian that's owned by the Americans, and then under him is the Indians that are not native.
Yeah.
And so it's like an interesting, like, how
hierarchy,
how you like the respect of like talking up, and then the disrespect of talking down, and you can see it in like each one of those
interactions.
Yeah.
What do they? I'm pretty sure they had a name for that, for the type of like the Native American that works for like the white people, because for black folks they have like Uncle Tom,
right?
And then for Filipinos they call them boy, which is like weird that like I guess we have taken that power. Because my uncle had told me, he's like, well, do you know why like there's so many Tito boys, which is Uncle Boy, is because a lot of Filipinos would go to the military to get citizenship to hopefully bring their family over.
Okay.
But all those military people kept calling Filipinos boy, and then it stuck, and then they took the power back.
Hey, that works.
But yeah, they do capture a Native American person, and then the Native American person that's under West, or I want to call him what's it called, what is it, W in the third power, W third. um, he's the one that's beating the shit out of this Native American guy. He's like torturing him.
Yeah.
For information well into the night, and everyone is kind of just tired. Like they're like they don't want to hear him scream anymore.
Yes.
But Callahan brings him food. He's like, "Hey, you got to eat something."
Yeah.
But he's like, "No, I don't want anything." Traitor. He looks at him too. He's like, "You're a traitor for working with these people to your people." And he calls out the Native American. He's like, "Yeah, you're their dog, woof, woof." But what's it called? Preacher? The other guy's name. C. What is his name? Coffee. Oh, jeez. This is Pratcher. He actually speaks Native American.
Yeah.
Which is pretty sure. And he's like you're not translating that right. Are you?
Right, because he's like, because the Indian keeps saying he's talking about the Indian translator keeps saying that the Indian captive keeps talking about miners, and he's like, no, you're translating it wrong. He's not saying miner. He's saying like people who were buried.
Or no, people who dig.
Or people who dig, yeah.
And so that's where we get the name the Burrowers.
Yeah.
And so like they do have nightfall. They finally give it a rest. Callahan gives the food. What's it called? W third is super mad because he's like, who gave this Indian food?
Right, yeah. Well, you guys are under me.
Yeah.
You don't do anything unless I say you can do it.
This is my company.
Yeah.
Right? But Callahan is nowhere to be found. It seems like he ran away.
Right.
And then as the night progresses, people get took.
Right, because they're also like, hey, we got a big bonfire to keep us warm, but that is also a signal that the Indians can find us.
Yeah.
So we're going to post men out, 100 yards out into like the grass.
Yeah.
In the heavy grass to like, shoot anything that's basically not white.
It's rough, man. And they do notice that there's the holes like there was at the Stewart's house.
Right.
And so they go to the person that they had captured, and he's like, "Oh, I'm really glad they like white meat too. You guys are all screwed." And he said like something about how they used to eat buffalo.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, you know what? It's because there was a shortage of buffalo.
Right, because we
would eat them.
Yes.
In mass.
Frontiersmen would come in and they would, just slaughter herds of buffalo because buffalo were kind of
all over the place,
dumb and slow and tasty meat, and so it was really easy just to overhunt them.
Yeah, this is a nice little history lesson for you guys, but because of that, that's why we brought in cows, which was easier they were even more slower, and we're like, well, we'll eat the cows until the buffalo population gets back up there, but then people found it was much more easier to
breed cows than buffalo, so it was just like, okay, well, we'll say we'll white man the buffalo land and give it to the cows.
So crazy. But and then because of that disparity in Buffalo now, they're like, well, I guess we'll just start eating the people around.
Right. Yeah.
And it's pretty terrifying. But I think I'm a little confused at this point. But when they find out this revelation, it's something. They split up.
So the next morning when 4 of the men are missing, the military captain's like, we're going directly to the reservation because that would be where the largest population of Native Americans are, and that would be the only way they could have snuck in here in the middle of the night and taken or killed our people.
Oh, yeah.
Is having a large group. And that's when Mr. Krabs,
Mr. Krabs.
Clancy, and Pratcher are like, we're specifically out here looking for the
The stewards.
the steward ladies who were taken, and
I guess we no longer have any reason for a military escort.
right.
That's what they're saying.
And they're like, hey, a reservation. They know a reservation's policed, so they're not going to be holding captive white women there. That's what he says. He says it just like that.
It's just so crazy that it just sounds so crazy.
Yeah. So they leave off to see if they can find like an offshoot tribe that may yeah.
Well, they learn that later, but yeah, because like also military wise, it makes way more sense to if you're going to drop 4 bodies, you can't move in a larger group. You're just gonna make too much noise.
Right.
You know, and so it's kind of weird how that guy got that position. Oh yeah, but no, they do. So they split off, and they go to a different trail. Once they're into a forest situation, sorry, go ahead.
Well,
again, like I like this whole movie blends in together. For
so
me.
once they split off, they come across a wagon.
Yeah.
And they stop to like try to figure out why there's a wagon full of stuff and no people. And they're like, because if it was like a raiding party, they would have taken all the valuables off the wagon, and the wagon still got stuff on it.
Oh yeah, they did find a body. Yeah.
Then that's when because they have the girl who was being courted. Pratcher was courting a girl, and she had a son who was not yet a man. That's what she said. He's not yet a man, but hopefully you take him on this journey with you. When he returns, he'll be a man, kind of thing. Like, I don't know if that means he's going to kill somebody or kill something.
Or they'll lay in bed together.
Or maybe...
just like, what's his name? Achilles did with his younger cousin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, they do find the wagon.
So and then looking around, he finds like a little clump of hair on the ground, and he goes to pull it, to lift it up to see what it is, and it's still connected to a head, but it's juicy and gooey and kind of...
Yeah. And they keep hearing like something rattling, and it's her toe.
Yeah.
It's a big toe. And so they tell the boy, he's like, hey, you're going to go to this city, find a doctor. Or
put her into the back into the wagon, and you could take her to the city to see a doctor because she's still alive.
We just don't know.
But she's just
paralyzed.
Weirdly comatose.
Yeah. Oh, and then they split up again, right? Because he's supposed to take her.
Yeah.
And then they end up in the forest.
Right.
Right. But then one of them is a little too trigger happy because he sees a Native American in the forest. And ends up scaring me away.
Coffee.
Was it coffee?
It was coffee.
Okay. And then he's like, holster your goddamn thing before I put you down. I was like, Mr. Krabs?
Yep.
Get back in the kitchen, SpongeBob. And as they try to advance into the forest, Mr. Krabs gets shot.
He gets shot, yeah.
These Native Americans have their own guns. Who armed these people? But they do get into a firefight, which only Pratcher, Coffee, and Walnut survive.
Right. And Walnut gets shot in the lower leg.
No, that's later.
Is it?
Yeah, that's later. He gets shot in the lower leg by Pratcher.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
But no, because after they spend the night and they're like, I think it's safe to move. Because Pratcher, good shot. He shoots both of the Native American people. One of them is able to get away though.
Right. Yes.
Right.
Yeah. They decide that they can leave, and Walnut's like, hey, there's poison ivy over here,
yeah.
and I used to have to burn that when I was on the plantation, and it's horrible on your lungs. So if we burn it, and then we go like downwind, and then we go the other direction, no one will be able to follow behind us breathing that.
Oh yeah, and because he says like, oh, one person even died from asphyxiation.
Yeah.
And but at the same night when that was all happening, the boy who was with the girl, he's like, oh, we should stop for the night. He lays her out, and he's like, oh, I don't know what to do. And then I was like, why are is this a perfect depiction of teenage hormones? Because he's looking at the girl and he's like, I don't. All right, well, good night, and then kisses her on the lips. And was she like blink or something?
No, then he can hear her toe start to tap in her shoe, and every time he leans over her face, it's like she can see enough to recognize that and starts tapping every time he like kind of passes something over her eyes.
But like, I can't blame him just because I knew guys that used to draw like boobs on papers and whack off to it. So, hey, the 90s were kind of rough if you weren't old enough to buy porn.
It's a lot of like dirty Sears magazine with the little
pages stuck together. Your bra catalog.
Victoria's Secret started sending out catalogs, and it was over.
It was over. Your mom is like, why is the Sears catalog?
So, hey, I got home before my mom. She didn't even know that we even got Victoria's Secret catalogs. They just disappeared.
Oh man! But as the night progresses for him, he gets like paralyzed by one of the burrowers, and then we see it happen in action.
Right, and it's the first time you really... Well, it's really you don't even really get to see like a full burrower yet, but it's the first time... Because like when they attacked and they were like at night when the military convoy was there...
Yeah.
It was a little like pitch black with the Vin Diesel, where like... You can hear the things clicking out in the bushes,
but you can't see.
And then it's dark, and then like there's like a little hand here, eye here, and you
couldn't get a full view of what they were messing with until they get to the kid, and it kind of looks like a lamprey, like the face. It looks like a sucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
kind of a little mole-ish.
Yeah, super gross. But you see them bite the neck and it secretes some sort of paralyzing agent.
Yeah,
and then they bury them. It's like a bear. What a bear does with its bigger kills.
Right, and then we kind of like later get a little bit more of the story of what really happens. It's basically they poke you and they poison you. Yeah. They paralyze you. And then they bury you, but the poison kind of basically starts to dissolve your innards. Yeah. So that you're all plump and juicy, and it's
like the inside of a crab. Like Asians love.
Right. I guess that's the way like some insects do it too. Like like some insects will like sting you, and then like their poison will like just juice up the inside of whatever bug or lizard.
They pretty much turn you into a human-sized smoothie,
right?
You know, because they don't want to chew. Yeah, they want it to be all nice and gooey inside.
Right. Just suck the pudding out of you. Oh.
Yeah, have you ever eaten a crab before?
Yeah.
So you know when you crack it open and there's all that's
yes.
And then you put some rice in there, and then you mix it up, put a little soy sauce. It's a Filipino thing right there. I'm pretty sure it's an Asian thing, not just Filipino. I can't have it anymore because now I'm allergic to shellfish. Thanks, keto. But yeah, no. So our main group is able to start moving along, and then that's when they run into. I'm not gonna say Pocahontas. They run into a woman.
Yes.
Who is a Native American, and Pratcher is able to talk to her.
Right.
But she's like, trying to say things. She's trying to explain what happened to her group.
And has Pratcher already?
No, he gets bit that night.
Okay.
Yeah, and so like as they're trying to travel, they have to stop for the night. But what's it called? Pratcher tries to use the oh no. So actually no. What happens first is during that night as they're traveling downhill. See, this is where I'm getting mixed up. I know Pratcher uses Coffee and Callahan as bait to try to lure these beings out.
Right.
I think they have the girl with them already. But they're shooting and all that stuff. But he gets bit, and so it starts to paralyze him a little bit.
Right.
And then Pratcher keeps shooting, and he ends up shooting Callahan.
Yeah.
And as they're trying to escape, they really can't. But the Native American girl is like, leave Pratcher behind. He's dead weight. And he's like,
right. And now that he's been marked,
yeah,
he's been like bit. He's marked, so they're gonna come back for him because they want to eat him.
Yeah, they're like, you took their food. We gotta leave him behind. Callahan can still make it,
right?
But not.
And they still haven't really they haven't really seen the things yet. Because they're still, thinking the Burrowers are a type of Indian that they just haven't come across.
Yeah, they think they're the Utes or something like that. Or
Well,
they're looking for the Utes.
So the lady said that the only tribe that had beaten the Burrowers and had the Burrowers leave them alone were the Utes. And so they were like, well, we got to find the Utes and see if they know the secret
to defeating them.
And now that I've been poked in the neck, I'm not feeling so good, and I kind of look a little bit like a zombie.
Yeah, but that night the Utes find them, and they're like, "Hey, we'll take them out of your hands." And he's like, "No, please don't, please, guys, help me out."
Right, and then they're basically the Utes are like, "Oh, hey, this is our test of manhood is we got to kill a burrower."
Yeah, very predator-like.
And now that we've found Pratcher, who's been scratched, we know he's
we got bait.
He's going to be the one that they're coming after, so we could use him.
Yeah, they keep calling it little fish, and that was like their way of saying bait.
Yeah.
Right. So they take him away, but then they give Coffee a little trinket of. And it's one of them is the Stewart girl's little trinket, and this is where he finds out like, oh, I guess she's dead.
Yeah.
But I do forget the reason why he decided to go after Pratcher.
I think he just felt like he couldn't
let them use him as bait.
Yeah.
Oh man, but so he does go in there. He finds Pratcher, but he looks even worse. He looks like Will Smith did in Hitch after he had some shellfish. His fucking face was all bubbly.
Yeah, and he's tied to a tree stump, but it's like just a rope is like wrapped around him. That's enough to hold him down because he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, but then so as Coffee tries to like free him, he takes his gun and shoots into the air, deafening Coffee.
Right.
And I think he ends up shooting the Native American guy.
Yes.
But as all this is happening, Coffee is trying to get his bearings after getting a gunshot right next to his ear. The Burrows start to have their little crab buffet.
Right. This starts a feasting on the Pratcher.
and as that happens, he's able to thwart one. He's able to like kill one, but then there's three more that are around him. And as he's fighting them off, but they start to get slower and slower. And this is probably the worst part of the movie, just because of the early 2000s CG.
It wasn't horrible, but it was not.
Yeah, it was great in some parts, and then before the action part, it was mainly like that early CG.
Yeah.
So it wasn't bad for the time, but obviously it's 2023, so it's kind of not that great at that point. But yeah, no.
So the Ute that is
shot,
he's like
There's some spears.
He's trying to say they're spears, but like doesn't speak a lot of English.
He speaks French.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
he speaks a little French, and then
parlez-vous français, you know.
Yep.
Yeah,
and
so
Coffee speaks a little French, so they get said like, "Hey, these are the spears that we have to use." And so he picks up 3 spears. He basically fights and then stabs all 3 of the remaining burrowers.
But he notices that they're still breathing.
Right, and he's like, "Oh, I assumed that these were like special poison spears that were gonna kill them, but they're
still
not
breathing.
Dead. They're basically just speared and pinned to the ground."
Which, I mean, is still like a best case scenario. At least they're just pinned to the ground.
Right, you can at least get away.
Yeah. And so he falls into this despair, but then the sun starts coming out.
Yep.
And then he's like, "Oh my God, it's the sunlight."
Right.
So he saves the Ute that was with him because he knows that they had poisoned Pratcher, and it was enough to slow down these burrowers, and to slow them down enough so that they can fight on equal ground.
Right.
So he brings them back to the camp with Callahan and the female, the woman. And he's like, "Hey, listen, I can make it from this town and come back in 2 days. Can you not die?" It's like, "All right, yeah. Can you ride that fast?" And then for some reason he takes the other horse with him, and then the horse is just gone after that. He finds a caravan, and he makes it into town. But when he comes back, we get a shot of the 2 Native Americans that was with them hung.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, well, damn, Coffee, I didn't think you was going to be coming back." And then we find out that W3rd got there. And, he's like, "Oh, yeah, so sad about Walnut. He did not make it. We cut off his leg, but he bled out."
Oh, right.
And I was like, I'm pretty sure he just killed him because he, escaped him.
Yeah. And then the Native American girl they would just kill because they're into killing Indian.
Yeah.
Native Americans, yeah.
And the movie ends.
But it's kind of sad because he was coming back so that he could
to get the poison.
The
sedative.
Figure out what to do to slow the
burrows down. But now that they had killed this Ute,
right.
Now, if they have to continue fighting them, it is really just your best bet is numbers.
Yeah.
Versus one human 1v4ing these. What I didn't look into this, but are these Native Americans versions of vampires?
It kind of seemed like it. I don't know if there's any kind of real.
In their lore, I don't know anything about their mythical, creatures.
Right.
Besides,
me neither.
Yeah. Besides the goat sucker, what's his name? The chupacabra.
Oh.
But I think that's Mexican lore. I don't know if that applies. I mean, it's all one America, They're all
Skinwalkers is a thing.
Oh, yeah,
but it's a little that would be different than this.
Yeah.
But I wonder if it's kind of at least loosely based on something.
On They Believe, right? And this movie really just ends very much like oh God, who is that one director that does all the Cronenberg? Very Cronenberg ending.
Right.
Because then it just ends with that super depressing note.
Yeah. All I could think was Tremors. I'm like, oh, there's these things that are underground, so I'm only going to sleep on rocks from now on because that way nothing can reach out from the ground and poke me in the neck.
Yeah, and we know it's more sad too is that even if he did get the poison from that, he's going to have bait every time.
That's
He's
right.
hey, it's too late for you, so go ahead and drink this.
Yep.
All right, before we get to talking more about the movie with our personal thoughts, let's go to our other section. We got the high star and a low star. Colby?
So we got a 10 out of 10 if Lovecraft wrote a Western. I really don't get the negative press and the reviews of this flick. This flick is getting. This is pure gold. If H.P. Lovecraft wrote a Western, this would probably be the story. The story doesn't need to be blood and guts. It isn't relying on gore, just sheer suspense and story. It is a simple story, but such a well-played one. At the start, you think you know what's happening, but it doesn't pan out all the way. As for the whole evil white men shtick, well, the Indians weren't treated right. Deal with it, white people. I think it's a pretty good representation of the times. I'm sorry if I offended some people, but you would have to be a complete idiot not to love this one. One of the best horror flicks I've seen in the
since
the Mouth of Madness. H.P. Lovecraft would be proud.
Yeah, actually, that's a pretty fair comparison to something. And then we got 1 out of 10. Not worth watching. I just finished watching the Burrowers, and it was such a waste of time. I'm going to keep this short. The first 30 to 35 minutes start of sufficiently mediocre enough was sufficiently mediocre enough to slightly draw. Enough to slightly draw in your interest, but leaves you hoping things pick up a little and fast. The middle of the movie was spent setting up plot lines, which in the end amount to nothing. An attempt was made to have some action, but was pathetic. You can't use that twice, man. An attempt was made, but there was no real climax to the movie. Also pathetic. Again, dude, you gotta pick up a thesaurus. I know that some movies are just low budget, but that shouldn't mean the writers do a terrible job. In the end, this movie was a joke. Instead of watching this movie, call your grandmother and ask her about how it was when she was young. How she walked up a hill to school in both snow in the snow both ways. At least that will be slightly more entertaining and have some amount of purpose. Or better yet, go play bingo with her, and maybe you'll win a copy of the Burrowers.
Wow. I take it that guy didn't like this movie very much.
Yeah, and I think that's a lot of that really comes down to it, where it just I know a lot of people want resolution, but for this type of movie, there really isn't.
Right. This it was better paced than the Witch.
No, the Veach. Yeah.
The Veach. Yeah. I felt that one was
pretentious. Yeah.
Too slow. There was just a whole lot of nothing going on. Where this, at least there was always a story playing. And I didn't feel like there was anything any storyline that they set up that didn't get resolved.
Yeah, I mean, because most of the storylines that they started to do also is a lot of them died. So that's the end of their storyline, bro.
Right.
I'm on the IMBD for Clancy, and I was trying to see if that guy was in the Beach. He looks like he'd be.
Yeah.
Wait, was he in The Village? I feel like he was.
Maybe he was in The Village.
Yeah, and so that's where those storylines are ending with these people's deaths.
And it was interesting. You got. I'm the way the characters were set up. It was Clancy was the strongest character, and then he died.
Yeah.
But he wasn't the main character. He was just the strongest one.
Yeah, he died so abruptly.
Yeah, and then Pratcher was you felt like he was the main character from the very beginning, but then he was kind of
a terrible person.
Right. Yeah. He was like a weak person.
Yeah.
And he was I'm going to make fun of, the Irish guy and the black guy and the Indian because that make me feel better. But
Yeah.
I the army's gonna kind of crap on me because I'm a little spineless.
Was he though? I thought he was just like a retired military guy.
Yeah, but I felt like they were like, the war is over and you didn't stay in the military, so because you're not good enough to stay.
Oh, maybe.
Like
I felt like his character is always that one character. Like, remember in Pitch Black, the captain?
yeah,
Like just becomes this evil person. It's always like sort of that situation. It's like the cop from The Cube. You know, you think he's gonna be the
Right.
main character, but he turns out being the asshole, and it's really Coffee who's the main character.
yeah,
And it only makes sense just because he's tied to what the mission at hand is about.
you're right. I mean, like it's really a lot of it is pushing forward because this is the girl that he's like, I'm not. If she's alive, I'm gonna find her, and because
Yeah,
I want to marry her.
yeah, exactly. One of the things I did really appreciate is during the fight in the forest after Mr. Krabs goes down. And then one of the horses gets shot
Right.
and all that stuff. One of the things I did like is that I think Pratchett is the one who did it. He kills the horse.
Oh, right.
And I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense because during this whole... First of all, it's like probably the most humane thing to do.
Right.
And if they had time, they probably would have ate that horse. Also, just like, I mean, the language toward, like you were saying, one of the good parts of it, well, not good, but like at least historically accurate, is just how a lot of people are talking down and some people have to talk up. It shows like the power dynamics and all that
Right.
stuff. Yeah, I think those are good, and then the whole H.P. Lovecraftian sort of outlook on the whole situation is good.
I hadn't really thought about that, but it is very
Yeah, true.
true to that genre.
Yeah, and then they, if you have a low budget, one of the best things you could do is not show the monster.
Right.
And for the most part, they did. And this is what I was saying. It like kind of ruined it for me. Is that when they showed it, they had like a human torso, but then they had like these cricket-like legs. And I just feel like if they just went practical, it would have been so good.
Right. Yep. Agreed.
But it was really cool when they were disintegrating in the sun. I was like, that looked practical.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, what? Well, that is because they were moving. But yeah, the one of the gripes I do have about it is, I understand, like, you have to have the movie dark at nighttime to really showcase, if you guys have ever been in the wild, away from a city, and just realize how dark is.
Right. If there's not a moon out, it is dark.
Yeah. And so that really is very unsettling in itself. But like for the movie, I was just like, man, I wish I could just see. I don't have to see the monster. I need this brightness to be a little bit. It almost had the same problem like one of the Predator AVP2 had. Too dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I get, like, also like I get why some filmmakers maybe want to make things a little bit darker. It's to hide some of the budget.
That's true. Yeah.
But for like these scenes where like you have these burrowers coming to grab people, all you have to do is like show the arm and like maybe like the little mouthpiece, like do a little close up of the mouth hitting the neck. You gotta work those angles, guys. Yeah. What were some of your favorite parts of this movie?
I liked when they found like the girl who was already been infected. Like it was kind of cool how they did that, and then they had like that reoccurring thing where she could move her toes in the boot.
Yeah.
Even though, and then later on the boy got tooped, poisoned, and then he could move his like pinky.
Yeah.
He was like digging in the sand with his little pinky finger.
Yeah, it's like because in these things they shoot them with that poison. It's like almost like an anesthetic.
Yeah.
But like it's like the anesthetic that friggin' Anakin Skywalker got in that one movie. Again, one of my biggest fears going into surgery, but I think they rectified that by monitoring your brain activity also. Because then if you're doing that, and then like obviously you're cutting into me, my brain activity spikes. You're like, oh wait, hold on, sorry, we forgot we forgot a millimeter.
Right.
Shh, go to sleep.
So I remember there was a Twilight Zone or
Outer Limits,
one of those, and there was a thing, and there was a guy who got into a car accident, and they thought he was dead, and he had like that one finger, and he was tapping.
Oh, Twilight Zone. They had the bell, or something.
Well, he was like in the morgue.
Yeah.
And he was tapping, and then like a nurse, was like, I hear something. Oh my goodness, let me go get a doctor. I think he's a. And then like she left, and then they kind of like went to move him, and as they went to move him, like they put his body over top of his hand.
Yeah.
And then he couldn't tap anymore, and then we're like, I guess he's dead. Let's put him in the cremator.
Oh.
Alfred Hitchcock Presents, maybe one of those, yeah.
Again, so terrifying, and you know everyone always talks about, oh, I wish we can go back to this time. No, you don't.
Right.
No, you don't. There's a lot of things that were way too lax. Like one of the things I didn't know was that TSA wasn't a thing until after 9/11.
Right. I mean, there was security, but it wasn't
like that, right? One of my friends who were joking is like, as horrible as 9/11 was, I'm super glad I don't have to walk anyone to the gate anymore.
Right, because you used to walk somebody right to the gate, and then you would go all the way to the gate to pick them up. You'd be waiting for them at the gate when they came off.
And I was like, hey, yo, he's like, it's fine. I'm from New York. I can say that.
Yep.
Oh man, wait, what's it called? We're coming up to our hour. Thank you guys for joining us. Make sure to check out our other months. We have Ninja Month. We have Demonic Toys Month, Video Game Month.
With Nazi Witchcraft Month.
Oh yeah, we have. Do we have a Zombie Month? I feel like we have a Zombie Month.
We have done a lot of zombie movies, but we've never really done a zombie month. We talked about it a bunch of times.
Oh yeah.
It seems too broad.
Yeah, it is. It is a broad situation. You can have like Trapped Zombie Month. You can have Nazi Zombie Month.
Right.
There's a lot of zombie movies out there. But we definitely have something for you guys. Make sure to check out the rest of our catalog. But if this is the first time you guys are joining us, we do our reviews in 4 different sections. We have Stream It, DVD It, Blu-ray It, and the Ultimate Box Collection. Colby, where you at?
So far this movie's being Westerns, like we both kind of said, Westerns not our favorite category. But I really enjoyed this movie. I'd definitely share this with people.
Yeah.
I would. It's a little slow to be like the, hey, throw it in the background of a party you kind of have to watch. But definitely, like, if somebody was like, hey, you got something creepy or, you know.
I'm in the mood for a slow burn.
Yeah. You just kind of throw this on, turn the lights down.
He's like, I love Cronenberg movies. But like, sorry, are you a DVD or Blu-ray?
I might go Blu-ray on this.
As much as I enjoy this movie, I feel like just because of the time, and I don't think there's anything more to add as far as like Blu-ray extras go. I think I'll go DVD. It's a good like that review said. It's a very good slow burn, Lovecraftian Cronenberg type of movie. No happy ending. Everyone's dead. One survivor having racked with survivor's guilt.
So real quick, this would be the push to Blu-ray. So the director wrote the story and made it into a short film.
Okay.
And then the short film did well enough at a film festival that a major studio licensed it up to let him direct it into a full-length movie. So if the Blu-ray had also
Ooh, the short film?
The short film.
Yeah.
That would sell me.
Yeah. Yeah. If it had the short film, that would be a pretty easy Blu-ray pickup. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Make sure to check out our links down below for our Amazon affiliate links, where me and Colby are trying to get a surf and turf at a Texas Roadhouse or wherever they sell wherever there's a surf and turf near you.
We mostly do a Roadhouse because we love the movie Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
And we're just going to Patrick Swayze it up. And of course, we've got our socials. We would love for you to follow our Instagram, our Facebook, our Twitter. Talk to us.
Yeah.
Show some love. It's the easiest way to ask us questions. Converse with us.
Yeah, do that.
Make us famous.
All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for joining us. My name is Barry.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. If you guys want to check out does the theme music, it is Lee Rosevere. It's called Arcade Montage. It's on our album Moves for Podcast 3, and our Bandcamp is down below.
Thank you.